So last time we played, you guys were you just finished off a large combat encounter at the in the Temple of the Howling Hatred, the air temple that you found at the top of Mount Bolborog, that you were investigating shortly after Ashbark came to you and told you about elemental strange emanations that were coming from the top of this mountain. Coincidentally, around the same time that you gained insight that there were these massive storms being unleashed upon a city somewhere in Alberog. So you guys had just finished this combat encounter and started exploring the temple more thoroughly. And you entered the step pyramid and found Windharrow there, the man who had recruited you into the cult and had fled from your combat earlier. And he had told the disciples inside the step pyramid to expect you, kind of set an ambush, which didn't really go too well for them, and ended up everyone dying. Ashbark and the group then kind of peeked above into the top floor of this pyramid, where they met a elven woman named Arisi, who they had a very kind of guarded conversation with. Ashbark at first claimed he wanted to replace her as the leader of the cult, but later shifted gears and suggested he just wanted to get the power of air elemental, and she seemed to agree to that. But after you guys had a private discussion, when you went back up to her throne room, you found only a blue-skinned Djinn that had been tasked with escorting you down into or escorting Ashbark down into the Howling caverns, where you are now. So Ashbark and this Djinn descended slowly through the channel to this huge pit that had howling air channeled up through it, and the rest of the party followed them stealth-like shortly afterwards down into these twisted and narrow caverns where the wind is constantly passing through them and making horrible howling noises. You guys entered a room where there was a whole bunch of ice up here, and as you crossed the ice, the temperature suddenly got extremely hot, and the ice turned into water and started boiling before turning into ice a few moments later again. And you guys had seen floating Deep Gnomes in that water when it was liquid. And we basically came to this area where you found a dead dark elf with elven chain on her, and this area that had a fissure in the rock over here that was draining the air out of the space just where Ashbark is, who's immune to it as he's an air elemental. And I don't know if I missed anything.
Did Kelnozz get into any trouble, or he was well behaved?
Kelnozz was well behaved as far as I remember.
Kelnozz did something he's never done.
He used darkness?
Yeah.
His entire life has been leading up to that.
I know.
Kelnozz did have
there.
a mental exchange with Bims when he entered this cave. And you should now have that in the chat.
Oh, I see this.
Okay, so if I haven't forgotten anything, then that's where we've left off. Radish, for the sake of your elemental thing, I think it's been, I'm going to say it's been like 3-ish hours since you transformed.
I have only
think you have 11 hours or something, right?
No, it's no, I believe it's a level divided by 2 rounded down.
I thought you have like 5. Yeah, so you have like 5 hours, right?
Yeah, in total
So
I have
3
5.
hours might be a bit much. So how about like say 2 hours?
Yeah, sorry. I meant 2 hours. I used that.
But you have 5 hours, right?
How much do I have left?
3. If 5 is the answer, then yes, you have 3 left. But I'm gonna say it's in 2 hours since you transformed. We probably don't need to worry about it, but just in case we do.
Yeah, just in case.
Okay, and reminder, you guys all have inspiration points that you can reward each other.
Actually used mine. It was useful last time.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you guys going
Following the circle jerk of inspiration.
Circle.
Yep, my level divided by 2 rounded down.
Perfect. Okay, so you guys are free to do as you will.
Well, if we look down this tunnel,
Can I summon Bims just to hang out?
Absolutely. You should be able to drag them onto the screen.
Come, my child.
Well, shall we continue exploring down the one path over this bottomless?
Just so you know, Bob, I'm going to use my Pearl of Power to regain a spell slot.
Sounds good.
The Pearl of Power.
Well, we should. What was our goal again? Are we ousting this lady? Should we pop back up, or are we exploring this cave?
Well, we still didn't see the source of the power. We're tracing this lady to see what this is all about.
Hmm.
oh yeah, just remember we chose to be cowardly and not jump
Yes.
over this chasm.
You guys
The other
drove.
side.
You can fly.
Well, not all of us can fly.
Not all of us can survive a chasm. It's also the thing to think of.
There's a history there.
Yeah.
That's true. There's a lot of trauma.
Most brutal experience we've had with spike traps.
Most dangerous foe in the game.
PTSD.
Static dungeon trap.
probably the closest to death we've come.
Except for the astral plane.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, true. That was. I think everyone was dead except for me,
That's right.
Yeah.
and I had to make some crazy promises.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, there's never any fallout from that.
I'm sure we're fine.
So this tunnel that you look down, Ashbark, it is a dark tunnel that kind of just leads on, and you can see it has it starts to have a gradual upwards slope.
We don't. I bend a little bit further to see how far up.
It basically keeps going for a while.
Well, found a way out.
Perhaps the throne is up there. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't look like a throne, but looks like there's a hole.
We should explore it anyways. It's been.
Yeah.
If you guys would explore it for a little while, you start getting the impression that Ashbark is correct. That it seems to be going up in the air, seems to be getting a bit more light. So you can keep exploring it if you want, but it does seem to be leading away from the Howling caverns.
Okay, well, that leads the chasm, guys.
Is there a path way up at the top? Do you remember marking it down on your map?
We haven't really explored the top part.
I could send Bims out to check it out.
How far away is it? How long?
Or we figure out a way to get across the chasm safely.
I fly over.
How far is this chasm?
Why didn't you carry us?
Can I?
Something curious over?
Let me see. Based on my strength, let me see what is the strength of an element. How much I can carry. I have strength 14. How much can?
You're like giant though. Like.
Yes, but depends. I'm a weak giant. Let me check the player's handbook about carrying capacity.
Well, if this map is accurate, I can blink across. And we have dimensional doors that could take care of 2 people, right?
I don't want to spend a spell slot getting across a 30-foot chasm if you can just carry it. Like if you could just ferry us back and forth.
Well, that's true. We could, but that's where situations happen.
Well, like, how far down does it go if I fall?
It's a chasm. It's been described as a chasm.
Oh, okay, so like you can't see the bottom, basically?
Yeah, I don't think it's like, it's not just a little ditch here that we have to hop over.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of fog that is being swirled around by really strong winds, but it's obscuring the bottom. So you can only see down about 10 feet before you see the fog.
Alright, well, maybe I won't be jumping across that.
Well, yes, I can carry you if you're under 200. My carrying capacity is strength multiplied by 50.
I pasted the jump rules.
Well, I mean, I can carry. Okay.
But yes, obviously you can carry and fly things.
Yeah, could you carry me and then you guys
I'll carry the ones who don't want to jump up, and the ones who don't want to be manly.
How much did you say you could carry?
210.
I'm too heavy.
How much are you?
Well,
I'm 310
Oh
pounds.
yeah, you're massive. That's right.
Well, you can drop all your items here little by little, but
could you fly across with a rope and then we could tie it or like wrap it around a rock or something?
Yeah, we've got grappling hooks too.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Don't we have items that allow you to fly?
I can fly. Like I have magical flyingness from my sweet mandolin.
There we go.
Okay, so we got a flyer. I can teleport. Don't worry about me. So we got one guy who can fly across too.
Everybody who's under 200 pounds, put up your hand. Because Ashbark could just fly you back, fly you over.
I guess I am. My character sheet says 168. I don't know if it's accurate though.
But is that with your plate and stuff?
I have no idea.
Mine only says 125. I'm skinny.
So,
Let me read about.
We play kind of fast and loose with the weight part of this. I think let's just make it make sense. Like, Eikooc is a giant. Makes sense he's too heavy. Dragonborn in full metal armor with a great sword.
Might be also too
Probably too heavy.
That's true.
Well, here, I'll fly across.
If anyone's confident in their weight, then we can use the rules, and if not, let's just use that as the general.
Right. So, Kelnozz fly across. Ashbark, go over, get the mandolin. Each one of us will use the mandolin to fly across.
It's, I think you have to attune to it.
Get out of here. All right, we're spending 8 days here.
No. I'm gonna fly across. Give me all the grappling hooks and the ropes. You hold one end.
I can carry everybody except the metal guy and the...
Yeah, so I grab a bunch of ropes. Can we affix them to something on this side? Like maybe this rock face here? Or is there like a rock on the ground where I could actually wrap it around a couple times?
If you have like climbing gear, I'd say you could definitely put down like a spike or a spigot or whatever they're called and make that connection. If you want to look for a rock, make either an investigation or a perception check.
Okay, I'll do, I think, a better perception. Our best bet is just like to do like a fairy rope. Here we go.
You guys could also you could climb on the walls and you know, shimmy over.
Bob, that's a brilliant idea. That's so much safer. Yo, you basically rock climb across this like 10-foot thing. It's not safe, but it's much safer than jumping or.
With a perception 13, you do find a large rock, but it's fairly smooth. It might be a little risky to put the rope on it if it's not securely bound.
Do I have any like hammers or some
Anybody have climbing gear?
Yeah, I don't have climbing
I have
gear.
a couple of grappling hooks, but nothing specifically that's climbing gear. How far is this? Can we just jump across this?
It should be accurate in terms of your measuring.
Okay, 20 feet. Alright, I'm gonna try to jump it over. I'm gonna jump.
I get close. I'm ready for him to fall.
I love that you're jumping and you're like one of the people Ashbark can definitely carry over.
Yeah. Let's ferry everyone across now. Everyone who's small enough, just go across. Ashbark will like take you on the Ashbark Express.
Choo choo. I already carried you to the sky once.
It's true when you were a bird at that point. Now you're really just some gas.
Alright, well, Ryan, did you follow the rules here for jumping?
Yep, so when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet.
Okay, and you rolled a 17, perfect.
Yeah,
okay.
I rolled a 17 on the athletics.
Alright, well, you make it easily.
Sweet.
So, Kevin, you can just dimension door. Unless you want to roll the dice.
I guess. It's a high-level spell, but I guess I'll just do it. Alright, well, I think I can...
You could try to jump, like maybe someone can give you some, like, play an inspiring jump song.
Oh, yeah.
Over the chasm.
Or even just do like a jump or a climbing check.
Can
like... play a jump song.
Play a jump song. What does that do?
Jump man, jump man, jump.
Can I like tie a rope and like have these guys like hold a rope on the other side just in case I like fall?
Absolutely.
They can...
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Right, so I tie a rope around myself and have the guys on the side hold it, and I will try and climb across.
Okay. In that case, make your athletics check.
But I'm actually holding his thighs, helping him out, so maybe he has an his hips. My elemental help on his hips.
We should have asked who's holding on to this rope. Because I'd like them to make a strength check.
Everyone.
Everyone over there.
I'm gonna say it's going to be either Grage or Kelnozz, since they're or
Grage is
Ashbark,
stronger
since
than
they're the close ones.
Grage is stronger, I think, right?
Probably not. He's
Really?
a
Okay.
dex monk.
He's not very strong, yeah.
My
He's all
strength is
about that dex.
garbage.
Both
It's
of them.
12.
Okay, we'll go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh god. Can he dimensional door?
Not as a.
Can someone give me inspiration?
Okay, with a 17,
17's a decent roll.
you take a step onto what you thought was a good foothold, immediately fall through the fog. The wind is just kind of like battering you as you fall, but you can see that it is like about 50 feet deep. The rope pulls tight at around the 30-foot mark, and you don't take any damage or hurt yourself because Nybert saved made a save basically.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Can I climb back up?
Yeah, make an athletics check. Okay, you make it up. With, even with the wind kind of making it a little bit more difficult, you're still able to make it.
Is Kelnozz aware how close that just was?
No. After 10, you guys can't see. I guess after the 10 foot, it's just fog.
Gotcha.
So
When I get back up, I give Kelnozz a giant bear hug.
Brother! How scary was it down there?
Very windy.
Has everyone made it who's left then?
Still have Tharhun and
Bims.
the Bims.
Oh, Kevin, so why don't you grab the rope for Tharhun? Because you're like... super
Well,
strong.
I'm just gonna teleport across because I feel like that's the better
Seems
option.
like a safe bet.
Shoot!
You've got control of Bims, right, Kev?
I do, yeah. There we go.
Perfect. Okay.
I see that you updated his character. It's awesome. Come,
Okay.
Vince.
Now, Kelnozz with his 120 dark vision. You can see that the cavern north to you basically opens up into large area. I'll read a description in a second. You see dwellings carved in the wall of this cavern have been torn asunder by some intense force. Ruins of several dwellings resembling gaps in the walls and piles of rubble. Scores of small humanoid corpses are scattered among the ruins. And in the distance you see two small humanoids that are basically walking listlessly and kind of like aimlessly around the ruins here.
Oh. Have we seen creatures like this before?
Make a perception or a nature check.
Nature
Whatever
check.
you prefer.
The Kelnozz that sees this.
Kelnozz has 120, so he can see it.
Oh, sorry. Can I do perception?
Yeah, just use the same roll. What's the difference in
Okay.
What's the difference in the results?
It was a 15.
3 higher.
Okay, so 19. These are pretty clearly Deep Gnomes, but they also have a strange look to them from here. It's hard to tell exactly. Kelnozz can see this because he has 120. You can't see anything, Eikooc, because you don't have dark vision. And Bryn, your vision ends at 60. So you can't quite make out the humanoids, but you can see some of the details of that cavern description.
Okay.
I'll alert the party to the Deep Gnomes. Oh, there's some Deep Gnomes yonder.
Do we look around?
Is this like a super hostile place? Like everyone
Yes.
here is trying to kill us, basically.
Well, so far we've been in 2 giant battles. There was we came down here and basically the entryway was like a murder pit where there was an air elemental that just murdered any of the sacrifices they threw down in this pit.
Wow.
So we murdered the air elemental, and then we came a little further. There was basically a genie escorting Ashbark, and we were like trailing them, and eventually Ashbark kind of doubled back, and we got into it with the genie and murdered him.
So everything's trying to kill us.
So far, yeah.
Okay. then I think we should proceed cautiously. We could probably sneak around them or like ambush them because they don't see us yet. I could like stealth forward and try to kill these dudes.
How strong are Deep Gnomes? I'm not familiar.
They're stronger than goblins, I'd say. But
It's
What if
not
we-
like they're humanoids, so they can be. There's a big range, right? Like the average humanoid who's not an adventurer is pretty weak, but there are hero gnomes that could be quite formidable.
sure. But like size-wise, they're pretty short. They're like
They're small
hobbit size,
creatures,
aren't
yes, yeah.
they? So they're not like monstrous guys.
Okay. What if we look down this cavern to the right? Is there any strange smells or sounds or anything coming from this side?
Make a perception check.
Ooh.
You hear like a very raspy and like it's a song basically. You hear a raspy song that the more you listen to it, the more kind of like disharmonious and somehow cruel that it sounds to your ears.
Mm.
Oh.
It's from where you are. It's kind of hard to hear over the wind, but your elven ears are pretty well tuned, and you managed to make it out.
Hmm. There's strange glam metal coming from this.
Oh, my weakness! How did you know?
Well, that's what's down this cavern, so we've got murder these Deep Gnomes or go down Mystery Music Cavern. What do you guys think?
Go check out these Deep Gnomes.
Yeah, I feel like they shouldn't be too bad.
Alright, let's do it.
Are you guys going to approach with stealth, or are you just going to?
Oh yeah, we
Let's
got
go.
it.
Okay, go ahead and make stealth checks, everyone.
Sneak mode.
Kevin, did you tell us that they were shambly?
I would have said that they were shambly, yeah.
Okay. I poke Tharhun. Say, it might be your moment to shine.
Strength. Get out of here.
Wait, what did I do? Oh.
You rolled a 14 though, so just take the difference.
Yeah.
Trying to open the character.
Oh, it's 0, so 14. And a Grage will do the same.
Ooh, look at us.
Stealthiest group ever.
Yep. Let's never fight again.
Okay, so you guys have rolled really high in your stealth. You can basically get pretty far as long as you have something to hide behind.
How long does Pass Without Trace last for?
Good question.
I think an hour.
I think.
So that wasn't that long ago.
Yes, I recall you guys did that when you entered the top of the cavern, right?
Yeah, up to 1 hour. So yeah, we did that before.
Plus 10.
Get plus 10 to all our stealth checks.
Okay.
Oh, we're invisible.
And like we're encased in like magical blackness or something, right?
Really?
Kind of.
I don't know if that's exactly what the spell does, but either way,
Not exactly like that, but it was
as
just
long
like,
as you guys can block line of sight, I'm agreeing. You guys are basically invisible. But if you enter into the middle of this room, then there's only so much that a stealth roll can do. So
can we stay along the wall, I guess?
Yeah.
Does it have light? Where's the light coming from? Oh, they have dark vision. Never mind.
Because Pass Without Trace, it's a a veil of shadows and silence radiating from us.
Veil of Shadow.
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah.
Should we just like stick to
We
the wall?
can't be tracked except by magical means. Like, it seems like we could probably just walk by.
Oh, Veil of Shadow's pretty convincing. Okay. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
They have a pretty low perception. So as you guys can pass through them pretty casually.
Nice.
We just pass without a trace.
Someone lead.
Got
I'll
on.
do that.
Not me.
I'll go.
I will also switch by. Are invisible.
Ashbark just seems like a fart
I think-
drifting through.
Yeah, you guys should probably still try to stick to the walls.
Yeah.
Oh, we can pass without a trace.
A big wall of shadow just passes through. Oh, that's normal.
Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum.
Okay, so as you guys go into this cavern more, you see that these gnomes are actually, they are like shining with necrotic energy. They are actually spirits that seem to be stuck between life and death. And though they don't see you, they are kind of listlessly walking around what seems to have once been a deep gnome settlement, deep gnome home. As you go through this cavern, that same raspy, horrible song that Bryn heard echoes throughout this chamber as well, and you can hear it coming more loudly coming from the corridor to your right over here near Ashbark.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm in front is because I'm less risky to die. But if anybody wants to charge in,
No, we're being
don't let
stealthy.
me stop. Yes, we're ready.
Let's approach the music stealthily, though. Can I like peek around the corner here?
Yeah. Okay. Make another stealth check.
Okay. I could even go invisible too. So let me do my stealth check first. No.
Okay, you peek. As you peek, the rasping song stops.
It stops for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just 1 second.
Perhaps something has detected us.
You do see something very significant here. I just need to get to the right description. Okay. You see 2 humans, a Kenku, and a Drow, hanging suspended from hooks connected to chains.
Ugh.
Blood pools on the floor beneath them, and beetles scurry along the floor walls and down the chains and onto the victims, which faintly struggle, rasp and moan as a breeze turns them round and round. Debris, including tattered clothing and broken weapons, are scattered against the wall.
Yikes.
Okay.
It's not a cool party.
Can I deduce that the source of where the music was coming from?
You don't see the source of any music.
Are they breathing currently?
Make a perception check.
Perception. See that? Ah, fuck me.
You cannot tell if they're breathing or not. They're
Can I send Bims in
absolutely.
to get a closer look at them? Bims, see what you can see from in there. So like I imagine them, they're like hanging upside down from this big hook in the middle of the room. Is that right?
With chains, yeah, and
Chains.
okay, we'll go ahead and move Bims as you need
So he's
to.
gonna like go along the corners of the cave like this, and then perch and take a closer look.
Okay. I'm just loading up his stats here. Okay, so Bims takes a look around. He seems to take a look. Actually, you know what? Let's have you please roll either his investigation or his perception.
Do that.
Okay.
Good boy, Bims.
Okay, you've received a telepathic message from Bims.
Interesting. Well, doesn't seem. I'm gonna walk in and take a closer look. I don't get the impression that there's like an active threat right now. Also, want to see if these guys can be saved.
Okay, I'm following you.
Okay, let's go
I
check it
got
out.
your back.
Come, Tharhun. Got a bad feeling.
I'll stay by the door and keep an eye on the Deep Gnomes.
I think we should try to get them down.
Yes, they do seem to need our help.
Yeah.
Some sort of terrible
Ritual or something
ritual
going
or
on in
something,
here?
yeah. Serious black magic that we must put an end to.
Yeah, must put an end to Glamrock once and for all.
Is the music louder now that everyone's...
No, it stopped. It got like super suspicious.
Oh.
It is pretty suspicious, but these people need our help. They may not survive long like this.
Quite sus.
Okay, so
I'm gonna,
what are you guys doing?
yeah, I'm gonna approach with Tharhun here. Now that we're this close, can we see if they're still breathing?
You can see that they are all alive, but just barely.
Okay. Stranger, can you hear my voice?
Which stranger are you speaking to?
I'll talk to the one closest to me, the guy right here on the left. This one.
Okay, so the human here. Alright, so human here, he is wearing the same blue robes as the other acolytes and disciples of the cult. And when you talk to him, he coughs and blood comes to his mouth. And he starts kind of like talking incoherently, like he doesn't really seem to understand your question. He just keeps talking about how sorry he is.
Can I do like a insight check to see if I think that they're a threat to me? I'm trying to think of a better way to
Yeah,
word that.
you don't need to make a check to
Is
know
my
that
spidey sense tingling?
they're definitely not threats to you.
Okay.
They look like they've been tortured for some time.
Tharhun, let's get them down from these chains.
Exactly. How do we go about doing this?
Well, if it's like a meat hook, if we push them up a bit, we can like push them off the hook.
Do we think we can take them down safely? Or are they too high up or something?
You can likely do it.
Okay. Then I do that.
Okay, make a strength check for the first one.
Okay. Strength check coming up.
What's everyone else doing while that happens? There was like debris in the cave as well around them.
Should we check the debris? I'm still kind of watching these deep gnomes by the door here.
Yeah, I'm kind of standing in between, just kind of trying to stand ready in case shit hits the fan here. Maybe Grage is or Ashbark.
Yeah, I'll defend. But these zombies don't seem to be very accepting. Like they care.
Well, we'll see what happens after we disturb this
Yeah.
terrible ritual. Alright,
True.
strength 16.
16, you are able to do it with some difficulty, but you do lift the human off of the chain and bring him down to the ground.
Do any of them look like they're in critical state right now? Like where I should be healing them with a spell?
They look like they're basically next to death. Like they've been kept alive. Like they've been tortured.
Okay, I see. So if we have a hard time pulling any of them down, I'll cast a healing word. It'll be like a backup plan here, just in
Okay.
case.
I go to the next one then, and I get him down.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, can I sense that Tharhun is sort of struggling with this one?
I'm gonna say that healing word's not a reaction spell. So Tharhun is lifting up the human here when the human struggles and manages to shake himself from Tharhun's grasp, and the hook ends up tearing a gash in this man's flesh, and after a moment he dies.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. No! No, damn you!
it never gets any easier.
Just remember, one of you guys could give the help option. Give Tharhun
Oh, yeah,
advantage
can I
on
help?
this.
Can I help him?
Yeah, enough supervising, damn it.
I didn't know I could help you.
As you go to help, Bims flies over to you and digs his talons into your shoulder. Are you still gonna help him? If so, Tharhun can roll with advantage.
Well, Bims must be telling me something. No, I'm gonna ease back then.
What's wrong,
Sure.
Kelnozz? These people need our help. We probably won't accidentally kill all of them.
Wow. Fool, you're the one that dropped him off the hook.
Duh. I
Pin this on me?
I lay on hands this guy before getting him down a little bit. Give him some back rubs.
Okay, go ahead.
Wah. He gets healed a little bit.
How much do you heal?
Assuming I give him I'll give him 5 HP.
Okay.
All right, and then I'll try and lift him off the hook and get him down.
Kenku is light, right? I should be able to pick him up compared to the other humans, or Kenku is heavy. I'm not sure.
Well,
They tend to be lighter than normal humanoids.
I'll try to bring him down.
okay,
Watch
you're
this,
actually
Tharhun.
helping. All right, I'm going advantage style. Oh man, one of these rolls.
Murdering.
You're helping me, though, right? Tharhun, you're helping?
Tharhun was lifting. And,
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So 6, right? A 6, you don't manage to. He doesn't get hurt, but you are not able to lift him off the hook successfully.
Ugh. This is very difficult. Very difficult indeed. I mean, we can keep trying. I guess, right? Like, he's still alive, so... Come on, put your back into it, Kelnozz. This time with real junction.
I flex
There
my
we go.
muscles.
Okay. This time you're able to get him down easily. You don't need to roll anything now.
Ah, okay, okay.
Is he like coming to with a little bit of that healing and
With the
not?
healing, some of his wounds have started to heal up, and he's not dripping blood. He does seem like he would need a rest, at least a short rest, to be more meaningfully communicative.
Okay. Well, there's only one left, the Drow. Drows don't have a very good reputation, but
They don't. Can I do a ocular pat down on the Drow? See if there's any like sharp objects we have to be wary of before we take him down.
You can tell that he doesn't. Like he's been tortured, so he's not carrying secret weapons.
Cool.
well, maybe you can.
It looks like most of their stuff has been like taken and thrown around the room.
I could try to take him down if you help, Tharhun.
Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, strength.
Okay, so 15. You do manage to get her down without any issue.
Whew.
You can, by the way she looks like she might be a mage.
Alright, well. I guess, can we attempt resuscitation here?
How do you do so?
We'll start with a little lay on hands.
The mouth.
Mouth to mouth.
Okay.
So give her 5 HP, just to
Stabilize.
stabilize, yeah.
So his wounds do close, and her breathing becomes more normal. But his body has still undergone so much trauma. He will need like a short rest to snap out of it, basically.
Can I try to like give Bim some like little head scratches and see if he sort of points me in the direction of any threats in this room that he detected earlier? I want to make sure that we're still cool.
He doesn't seem too interested in head scratches.
Well, I don't know if there's much more we can do for these unfortunate souls. We've managed to heal them, but they need time to rest. However, we don't have time to stay with them. We have an important mission. Their lives will be lost if we don't achieve it, for that evil cult leader will come back here at some point.
But they seem like not
We could leave
regular.
them maybe leave them some like food provisions just in case, so they don't like wake up and then starve to death.
Very thoughtful.
I think we should chain them and leave them with food.
Let's tie them up. Let's hang them from the ceiling.
God.
Are we the bad guys?
No, but we do not
Probably.
know who they are. They are cultists, and maybe they will engineer our demise down the road.
Well, they're no threat to anyone right now. I say we
It's
keep
true.
moving to the north and get through that cave.
But what about these guys? Won't these guys just slaughter
Let's be sneaky about it.
interesting people?
Okay, well,
Just-
like at least we've saved them from a critical state. Like
Yes.
whether they make it out of here alive is, we tried our best. We can't really waste time like nursing them back to health, right?
Well, we could carry them with us, I suppose, and just leave them outside of the boss fight room. But I don't know.
They look like the shadows carrying corpses.
Yeah,
They don't have pass without trace on right now. So.
Oh yeah, let's come back for them once we've dealt with the threat here.
Before we leave the room, I'd like to try to find the source of the music. That's why. Can we keep going south here before? we
Okay.
Are you guys not going to investigate the pile of stuff?
Oh.
Oh, we should probably do that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should do that for sure. Fat loot, or maybe something to explain what's going on here.
The origins of that terrible, terrible music.
All right, Kevin. Just to be clear, you've been seeing. You saw when Bims gave you that message about what he found in this room, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so if you guys are looking through the stuff, then make investigation rolls. Okay. Okay, so Eikooc, you find a spider silk pouch, and inside of it is 23 platinum pieces.
Holy shit.
Kelnozz, you find. I thought I had this saved. Darn. Is it not here? Oh, maybe I put it in the magic item section. Okay, yes. Okay. You find a necklace, and the necklace has these 4 metal charms made from silver, brass, bronze, and copper. And it has many beads made from stone, such as diamond, ruby, sapphire, and onyx on it.
Oh, cool.
And just a second.
Is it like wearable?
Yes, it's a necklace.
Okay.
Bims comes to your
Add
shoulder.
that to my inventory. Interesting artifact.
I just need a second to type some things. you guys see that Bims is kind of making
Yeah.
chittering noises on Kelnozz's shoulder.
Kelnozz look like while Bims is like obviously agitated by what he's found. What does his demeanor seem like? Is he like
More spider-like than usual.
surprised or like?
I think, like, he's more curious than anything else. He's not like becoming a spider or whatever. I see, Bims.
Just to remind everyone, Kelnozz hasn't turned into a spider since the big explosion on
the lighthouse.
That you're aware of, at least.
Were we aware of that? Like, was that we knew he
I
was
don't think we ever technically knew that he was turning into spiders.
He turned into a spider in the middle of the fight, in the at the war.
Oh,
at the
that's
tower.
true.
Yeah.
In the lighthouse.
That's true.
And also, well, it was because of a mage, though. Once before, I suppose.
I mean, what happens in the Underdark stays in the Underdark, so...
Okay.
So, I'm understanding what Bims is saying here. So this artifact, I'm still holding it in my hand, although I added it to my inventory. What I'm going to do is very meticulously pull off the metal charms on this artifact and like tear them off. And as I'm doing that, I say, "Soul, fight, pull." I'm pulling each of the charms off.
What is he doing?
Bryn and anyone else who understands Elvish understands that he said, "Inglorious eternity." And the metal charms, as the ripped off, they seem to age and rust and basically dissolve. And all that's left is a string made of very tiny diamonds.
Well, Kelnozz, I feel like you have something to explain to us or something here. That seems
Yes, Bims.
ritualistic.
Bims is very sensitive to dark magics, and he's warned me about this artifact.
He's a witch. We should train him as well.
How does Bims seem now that the artifact has like rusted away or whatever?
Bims scurries along Kelnozz's arm to like where his wrist is, and then stands up on his white hind legs and opens his mouth expectantly.
Wow.
Well, it seems like he earned a treat. He
Yeah.
saved you from a certain curse.
Hopefully his digestive system can handle this.
Object.
I'm going to drop it into his mouth.
Good.
Good Bims.
Bims swallows it whole, and for a brief moment glows with white light, and then returns to normal.
Good boy.
Just fed Bims a string of diamonds. What's going on?
Strange digestion.
You understand that familiars don't usually eat.
Well, Bims is no normal familiar. We're best friends for life.
Kelnozz, there's a severe lack of explanations going on here.
Yeah.
I don't fully understand it myself, but Kelnozz likes to roll with the punches.
So, are you being controlled by your familiar?
No. But I like to keep him happy because, yeah,
He has been a loyal ally to us
yeah.
for a long time.
He's generally just a cool dude.
Friends, let us not worry, for this is not the most suspicious Kelnozz typically is. So,
You murdered for less suspicious behavior.
He's usually equally shifty, if not more so. So let's continue on, and hopefully, well, Bims does seem to enjoy his snack of diamonds. It's very strange, but, well, his master knows what he likes, I guess. That's good.
Par for the course, really.
Tharhun, I'm happy to see you can turn a blind eye on suspicious behavior. Let it be remembered for future judgment.
Well, as long as it's not evil behavior,
Well,
then I'm okay with it.
evil is very relevant.
Kelnozz is a champion of Moraganor that has proven his feats of bravery many times.
Countless times.
Yeah. Exactly. Alright.
And I haven't turned into a spider in a while, so that's got to be good, right?
Yeah, those evil sorcerers who do that to you aren't around right now. Maybe this drow will do it to you. Hopefully we don't need to figure that out. Anyway. Shall we continue? I feel that witch's presence near here. We have to put an end to her and her evil incantations.
Yeah, the witch is next to us, chanting elvish spells and dissolving diamonds.
Let's check this down here still.
Alright, let's leave no stone unturned.
I'll send Bims in to check it out.
All right. So,
What do you see, boy?
okay.
He sees a cavern full of mushroom. Our communication is getting better, Bims. I'll send him a bit more forward here. This is still within 100 feet, right? 15, 30, yeah. We're still good.
Okay, so he sees basically there's two ways ahead of him. He can go north or south. One is a gentle slope heading down, and he says he thinks he can hear water in that direction.
Oh.
And after a moment, he comes back.
I'll explain to the group what he saw. Looks like there's more cavern this way. What say you?
Well, we've got north or south. Same choice we had moments ago, further down the hallway.
Tharhun, Grage, will you join me?
Alright, let's check it out.
Okay, so. Oops. Okay, so as you guys get close, you can see there's an uneven cave ahead covered with toadstools.
Move. Are the toadstools anything that we might recognize? Like, do we think that they're dangerous?
You are kind of far away to get a good look at them. So all you know is that mushrooms can be dangerous.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if we should go in there.
Wait a minute, I just had a thought. Ashbark,
Yes?
when that djinn was leading you through this cavern, which way was he headed?
He was headed down the path we took over the icy, boiling patch of frozen land over here.
Okay.
And I didn't follow him any further. We are now in an uncharted territory.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Well, do we see danger in this?
Well,
It's just like some sketchy mushrooms.
yeah, it looks pretty sketchy in there.
Do I recognize maybe mushrooms to see if they're natural cave mushrooms?
Oh yeah, if
Uh,
anyone can like identify tasty versus toxic mushrooms.
From this distance, make
It's gotta
a
be
perception
Ashbark.
check. So you can see that the toadstool caps are spotted white, purple, green, and blue. And some are as low and wide as forest ferns, while others stand as tall as humans. Their stems thick as trees of trunks of trees.
Oh.
Others are shedding a faint light, eerily illuminating a sloped passage that is leading down to the shore of a placid. Oh, you guys can't see that, so we hear water into this around the corner. So from here, you can see the colors of the mushrooms, but you guys will have to get to do like a proper investigation. You'll have to get closer to them. Like
Did these mushrooms look at all like the screaming mushrooms we encountered?
No. They don't look like shriekers.
What do you think, Ashbark? Is it safe to proceed?
Well, they look like mushrooms to me, but to be honest, I'm kind of far away. Maybe I need to get a step closer to investigate. And I fly as close as I need to be to take a close look at them.
Okay, so make either a nature or a survival check. Okay. You take a look at them. You're not super familiar with them exactly, but they don't seem to be emitting any kind of dangerous spores or gases or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I related. They seem to be fine. Don't step on them maybe if you can, but I wager it's
In your experience, sometimes glowing mushrooms like these could have magical effects, but you're not familiar with them specifically. So what those effects are, bit of a risk.
Can we dispel these mushrooms? Would that work at all?
Dispel the mushrooms?
They seem to have a magical effect.
But are they a threat?
Yeah, can we get through them just without touching them?
Oh yeah, maybe.
I don't know why we're so afraid of mushrooms anyway.
Yeah.
They're not. If they don't have teeth and horrible appendages and aren't smelly, then we should be able to get through.
I lead the way, but I'm going to try to hover up above the mushroom. Like, I don't want to touch them.
Grage is going to use his herbalism kit to make a nature check. And I'm adding his proficiency bonus from his herbalism here. He bends down and slices open an amber toadstool. And after a sniff, he says it should be safe to eat.
Oh, okay.
And he does so. He takes a bite. And
It dies.
he dies.
Instantly died.
So he actually gains 10 temporary hit points as he's filled with a little bit of strength.
Ooh.
Oh.
And
We chop down all the mushrooms.
Scott,
Yeah.
Scott, keep this in mind.
Wow.
For an hour, he has 10 temporary hit points, and he essentially has bless.
Oh,
Amazing.
Oh,
I think I'll
Temporary
be
hit points.
having one of those.
So he's just going to do a quick other look around, and he says that there are some lavender toadstools that also could be eaten, but he doesn't need any. So there's one more amber toadstool that you guys find, and 3 lavender toadstools.
Well, somebody try the lavender one.
Yeah, I'll try a lavender one. What do these do, Grage?
As you eat the lavender mushroom, you essentially treat this as a potion of healing. So
Oh, cool.
you get, you can reroll that if you want. It's a shitty roll. 2d4 plus 2 hit points. And as you guys step into the cavern, you can see that it does lead down to a placid body of water that also glows dimly.
Ooh.
Well, I'm gonna snack on one of these amber mushrooms myself.
Okay, that's the last of the amber mushrooms. So it essentially acts as this potion of heroism.
Can I look back into this room just to see if the Deep Gnomes or anything is stirring, coming this way?
Make a perception check. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. The specters don't seem to be entering this cavern. The Deep Gnomes. Haha.
I'm just checking my line of sight there. That's not ideal.
How about we check out this small little pool of water?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, let's do it. Nothing's happened down here. How deep is it?
Alright, so surrounded by tall stalagmites and fungi, a placid pool of water stretches through this elongated cavern. It's a little murky. Again, from your standpoint, Bryn, you can't even see this water.
Yeah, I'm watching behind us. I'm just suggesting someone check it out.
Can herbalism kits test water for, like, toxicity?
Parasites?
I would say no.
Alright, well, I mean, murky water is generally not a good choice. Oh, what's that thing in the center?
Oh,
So you can, as you get closer, you can see the water does get pretty deep, as far as you can see, towards some of the middle of it. You see a yellow casket resting on a flat top of stone column in the middle of the glowing mirror.
Let's get.
So this is a natural column that rises 20 feet, slick with water and fungus. Obviously, air elemental doesn't need to worry about that.
Is the casket resting, or is it a part of the stone?
Um,
I'm wondering if I probably cannot carry a casket.
the casket is doesn't. It seems to be like resting on top of it. It seems to be covered in yellow mold.
Does it have legs and look like it could walk on its own?
Does it contain a vampire?
No.
Please say yes.
Ashbark, you're immune to poison, right?
Yes, completely.
Okay, you feel as you got pretty close, like in this area, the yellow mold is letting off a lot of poisonous spores.
This casket is engraved in poisonous spores. I clean those poisonous spores away from the casket. Can I do that?
Make a nature check. You're familiar with yellow mold, and you know that in order to clean it, you basically need to burn it away.
Well.
Fire some firebolts at it.
Yeah, some control, because can I see the casket? What is the casket made of? Is it wood or metal or...
It's made of metal, but it is covered in yellow molds. It's hard to get a great sense of details.
Well, does anybody have a torch? I can carry a torch.
Kelnozz has a flaming sword, and he can fly.
Oh, well.
Of course, you'll get hurt by the poison, though. That's the only issue.
Couldn't I
Do you need
swing
fire?
at it with my blade?
We do need fire.
Firebolt into the water.
Yeah, but we don't want to hurt the casket and what's inside it. So I just wanted to burn it off.
firebolt. Oh man, is that an attack roll or damage? That's
That was an attack roll. It just goes off into the water.
Yes.
Misfire. Aha! See? I can conjure fire.
Well, can you conjure it more on that yellow mold?
Oh, you wanted me to aim.
Yeah.
Alright then. I will aim.
Oh!
Alright, so the firebolt hits the casket and it immediately ignites in flame. And after a few moments, the flame dies away and the casket is covered in like soot, but doesn't seem to be significantly damaged.
Ooh, nice.
Nice shot.
I opened the casket.
Okay, so
I cleaned the mold first.
you clean the mold and you see a Dwarvish inscription on the casket that reads, do you speak Dwarvish?
No.
Alright, it says something in Dwarvish.
Well,
Carry
Great.
Grage over there. He's a dwarf.
I carry Grage over there. Where is Grage? Yeah.
Right here.
Grage dances up that column so easily on his own.
True.
He says, it says, here rests Godwin the Wormbane, Dragon Slayer and Peacekeeper. As you open the casket, you see it contains dust, bones, a cloven skull and helm, battered breastplate, and a gleaming short sword clutched in the skeleton's hands.
Ooh.
I say, it's the final resting place of a great dwarven hero. Surely we should let it rest in peace.
I think of the loot, Tharhun.
No, not to the loot, but respect to this dwarf that we will
And the
carry.
respect.
Yeah,
Take
respect.
the respect.
Take his respect.
Grage says, this doesn't belong in the hands of these cultists.
Yeah, that's.
And he grabs the sword.
Well, He's an unstoppable force, for better or worse.
And it had a sword and a plate mail.
It's
The battered breastplate
unquenchable
seems is too old and deteriorated for any use, and the fact that this sword looks gleaming and new suggests that it's definitely a higher quality than anything else in this casket.
I may take the sword if others don't need it, because I only have a rusty old scimitar. I sometimes swing.
Can we sort of ascertain the quality of this sword? Like, is it a magical item?
Probably. It's glowing, like normal swords don't do that.
It's gleaming.
Perhaps
Oh, gleaming. Oh, okay.
But
perhaps we should
yeah.
be sure it is not cursed before equipping it.
Ah, right. That's a very good
Well,
caution.
Grage did grab it, but it's up to you and Eric who gets the sword.
Oh, okay. Well, Radosh, if you don't have a sword, then I think you should take
Well,
it.
we'll ask. Actually, yeah, he probably doesn't want it, but it doesn't really matter right now because you're in wind form, so we can deal with that next time.
Yeah,
I'll make a note.
Yeah.
Can I make a note? Yeah, I think I can.
It's really not urgent for me.
I wouldn't
Because-
count out. Eric might want this sword.
Oh,
So-
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure monks can use swords.
Oh, can they? Yeah, in that case, it might be
I'm
sweet.
pretty sure, but
But
I don't
they
care to
lose
be
their-
honest. So
They lose their benefits for this unarmed attack.
yeah, you guys can work that out.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Just,
don't need a
uh,
sword.
Someone add it to their inventory so we don't forget, because I'm gonna.
I'm
forget.
adding it. I'm adding it to his treasure. Gleaming, short sword.
Of justice.
All right. Is there anything else over there, or shall we continue to the north?
I take a peek.
Okay, so the water kind of extends here, and there's a further passage.
Maze. Well, fly back. The path continues east. A lot of water in the way.
Well, very unpleasant. There's an entry to the north of the mushroom cave. Maybe there's a drier passage up that way.
Yes, yes. But before we venture, I just peek in the corner over here to see what's there. If it ends or it's another path.
It just ends.
I concur. That is fantastic.
And to the north, there was another path. Let's take a look.
Oh, looks like another pit.
I take a peek.
Okay, so the path. There seems to be like what looks like a stalagmite garden up to your left and to the north, and to the east.
Looks like a pit.
You see another large. You see several winding tunnels meeting at a chasm. Ledges along the cavern walls create natural footpaths above the abyss. You can just see them barely here. This chasm is not obscured like the other one was. You can see that it goes down about 100 feet. But there is a very strong wind blowing through these twisting cavern passages. And it seems like it would be, even as, well, Ashbark is basically not affected by these winds, but he feels that in his halfling form he would be significantly hindered by the winds.
Okay, so AKA don't follow him.
Which direction is the wind pulling me or pushing?
It is like swirling around in this area, so it's just constantly shifting. It's not really pushing you at all because you're a wind elemental. But
Yeah, but if I would
well, it's just
my
it's,
combat.
yeah, it's not one direction. You just think that if you were to try and walk on these paths as a halfling, then the wind would be likely to blow you off of the ledges.
Ooh.
Yeah, the wind is
Well,
just
we-
swirling in this area. It's not one direction.
Well, we could continue up to the left and avoid this treacherous path.
Couldn't Ashbark just float over the chasm and go see if there's anything worthwhile?
I suppose he could scout the area.
Yeah, no, actually, I fly to the bottom of the chasm. My fly speed is 90 feet, so it will take me like one round with dash. Fly to the bottom of the chasm. You said it's 100.
All right.
Maybe I can make some safety net at the bottom.
Basically, there's nothing at the bottom of the chasm. It's
Yeah,
just a
probably.
normal rock.
I fly up. Well, yeah, if this passage is safe, first, then
Now, as you're over there, you can see 60 feet. You see a group of priests standing in this area over here. And beyond, you can see kind of vague shapes, but your dark vision doesn't allow you to get any more detail.
I fly to cover just as I saw that there's somebody there hiding. I don't wanna.
You saw
Showing
them standing with their arms stretched out. They're kind of like standing all facing each other, and their arms are stretched out in the air.
And
They didn't seem to notice you.
I convey what I saw. Careful.
It's a terrible ritual, but we can't reach them. Our only path is to the north.
Yeah, maybe we go around this way.
Start heading up north.
Okay. So, wind blows through this weird stalagmite garden. The rock formations are smooth and contorted, their natural forms weathered to be chaotic and abstract. And as you walk through them, you notice that, like, from certain angles, the rocks take on strange formations or, like, come together to create pictures of people struggling against wind, or faces of people in, like, the throes of death. And they seem naturally formed, but from certain angles, you can't help but notice these striking images.
Continue on.
I guess so. Pretty freaky in here, but
Yeah, it's a bit terrifying.
I mean, it's just stone.
Can I investigate to see, are they just stone or are they petrified? Or can I actually tell it if they're...
Make a investigation check. You cannot tell.
Well,
They appear to be
I'm an
normal size.
inquisitive mind. Can I help him?
It's too late to help him. You can make your
Okay.
own investigation.
All right, fine. I was trying to give you the credit.
I know.
I'm basically Sherlock Holmes.
Oh!
Oh, he's not kidding.
Confirmed.
Elementary, dear Watson.
So you're pretty certain that these are naturally formed rocks. That even though they have this uncanny resemblance to things, there's no obvious sign that these are transmuted people. So as to the best of your knowledge, it does seem that they're very odd and weird stalagmites and stalactites.
Okay.
Street artist.
As you get closer to, as you get up further north, you notice that the winds are pretty strong in this area, and there's a passageway to the left and a passageway to continue moving forward.
Okay.
Let's go check it
Continue
out.
forward.
No danger.
All right.
Oh, I just realized Ashbark is so big because he's elemental.
Yeah, is there a way to change my picture? Well, I can drag and drop.
Yeah, you can drag and drop the air elemental.
Yes. So I'm this guy.
Cool.
Now you're not big enough, though.
Yeah, I need to. Oh, God.
There we go.
Yeah. Thank you, Bob. And I had 80.
Can I take a quick look up this passage before we pass it by? Just to see if it's.
Sure.
Seems like it might just lead in a loop.
So you do notice that it kicks back into the Deep Gnome settlement area. As you are walking through this part of the tunnel, the wind is blowing in your ears, and you hear with disbelief a voice, and you hear a voice say, "You'll never get that dagger back. Your family will. Your parents are ashamed of you." And this is the voice of Lucan Equilateral.
Luke!
Seems to be
wait for
whistling
me,
through the
Lucan.
tunnels.
Well, I have to investigate where that's coming from.
Hey, don't go alone.
I don't think I would control myself here. Luke and Equilateral? Can't trust those guys.
So Bryn, you see Bryn walk out into the darkness over here. What's everyone else doing?
I'm thinking this party has been very strange today. Very suspicious activity is going on here. What did I get myself in? Out of utter suspiciousness and concern, because we are in a very, very dangerous place, and the wind can blow him away, I tried to follow him to see if he holds.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are all just gonna follow him, or?
I guess we'll follow to try and see where he's going. Like, what's the explanation here? He just kind of wandered off.
Okay, so Bryn, the cavern continues.
Alright. I continue into the cavern. And further continue into the cavern.
But I'm also giving him some privacy.
Why are you giving him privacy? We need to ask him what he's doing. He just walked off randomly,
Going for a
not
way.
saying anything.
Puts us all at risk.
That's right. Well, not me. I'm much too powerful to be at risk, but some of us are at risk. Bryn, wait up. What are you doing? Why did you run off like that?
Couldn't you hear him? That broken equilateral. Haunting my dreams everywhere I go.
The wind here is so loud, it's just barely, you can barely hear Bryn over it.
Bryn, there's no way your nemesis is in these caves. How could that ever be possible? You must be hearing things in the wind.
He has to be here.
Explain how he could be here. Like, this is a very remote mountain far from your homeland.
And we saw him many, many miles away the last time. Perhaps your eyes are playing tricks on you.
In a non-crazy way. I mean, this guy turns into farts. That's all. Like, run into the room and kind of look around. Probably puzzled that there's nothing here.
There you are, Bryn. As you can see.
I swear I could hear him.
It's this blasted wind. It's so loud. Probably just sounded like him in this wind. It was probably someone else talking.
Can I send Bims out there to, like, get close to them?
Sure.
Bims, what do you see? Is it that terrible Lucan? No one likes him.
He responds and says that he only sees Tharhun and Bryn in this cavern.
There doesn't seem to be anything here. Fellows?
Well, it seems we've reached a bit of a dead end. Do we still have water walking on us?
No, that only lasts 4 hours, and they cast.
Well, we could attempt
Maybe
to get across this water.
It lasts only 1 hour.
What about the chasm? With the priest?
Well, I mean, it's a dangerous chasm. There's just blowing winds. We don't have a good track record with pits. I'm just taking the less risky option.
Record with murky water either.
Really? Have you ever had any issues with murky water before?
Perfect day to start some issues.
While you guys are standing around talking about this, Eikooc hears a whisper from none other than Tenasiork. Strong hips, Gniddup.
Sounds personal.
Who whispers and says, why couldn't you send more magic items? Your father's passed. We've laid him in the tombs of Salos. All because you couldn't live up to your quest. And you can hear weeping coming from the tunnels.
I look down at my necklace, confused, and start looking around, and just completely like, Mom, we don't usually talk today. It's not Sunday.
Just to be clear, it was not a sending message. It was.
No, I know.
Yeah. It sounded like she was just somewhere in this tunnel whispering to you.
Okay. Am I like, I guess, am I affected mentally by this at all, or is it like, am I rational about it, or am I?
It's up to you. There's no.
Okay.
Nothing is inflicted on you.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, there's no way my mother would accept the condition of this cave and put herself in this position. There must be some trickery going on down here. I guess it's really loud, so I can't like relate to the whole group. But Kelnozz is near me. I was like, and who else? Grage, I guess. So I say to the guys around me, "There's trickery. Words of the wind."
Perhaps that's what Bryn is also shouting about. We must be on our guard.
Could be those priests we saw with their hands in the air chant.
We need to get out of here.
Yes.
Or it affects us.
Yes, come, Bryn. Bryn, we need to return to the others and stick together. This is a dangerous place.
We leave Bryn's behind every time. Except this time.
So, Eikooc, just to do a little lore dump, your mother mentioned the tomb of Salus, and Salus is the helm, spirit of winter and death, basically, and it is a cave that was near your home village where you guys would make tributes occasionally to make sure that no like frozen dead things came out of that cave, including the bodies of your own dead tribes members.
I have written it down.
Okay. So where do you guys go from here?
Do we try those murky waters?
The murky waters were like just around the caskets. There wasn't anywhere else to explore in that area.
Oh, I thought there's another cavern up this way.
Oh yes, I guess there was, yeah.
Oh, well.
Does
Let him run down there and send Vims and Ashbark to go investigate. Maybe Ashbark can intimidate these fellows into helping us across.
I wouldn't trust them.
Yeah, everything is probably gonna try to kill us in here.
everything is evil down here? I say if we have line of sight to toss a fireball here, and for me to fly over and
Mop crew style.
I think there's also been a good amount of exploration since we started tonight, so I'm gonna say another 2 hours have passed.
2 hours. So I have 1 more hour in this forum. We better make use of it.
Okay. Well, I don't see an easy way around this chasm.
The footpath does look wide enough that you guys could get by. Like, normally it wouldn't be a huge problem. It would be a little scary, but it would be not... It's not just a couple inches, it's like a narrow footpath, but like wide enough for at least a foot. The wind does make it a little bit more challenging, though.
Would it make a difference if I would be pushing them towards the wall while they are traversing the footpath? Sort of like stabilizing.
Into an already windy situation.
Yeah, the double win situation.
Yeah, you know what? You could essentially help them.
Yeah,
with their thing. Give them advantage on their rolls.
Well, we could try it.
That seems reasonable.
We could... Would it be advisable to tie rope across ourselves so that, like, if one person falls, the other people can haul them up if they haven't fallen, kind of like mountaineer style?
That's cool.
Seems like the safe way to do it. Double safety. Redundant safety systems are a must.
And are we gonna try to get in here and like battle these cultists? I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Yeah, we gotta stop whatever they're up to.
Unless they turn out to be our friend.
We'll never
Nothing
know.
in here is our friends. Except for those delicious mushrooms.
Yeah, those mushrooms are pretty delicious. Alright friends, let's start up across here. And hopefully we'll be sure-footed enough to survive.
And I'm lying next to them, pushing them.
I'll go first if you guys. I'll try and go sneaky still too. Still passing without a trace, hopefully.
I don't think I'm sneaky. Sort of flying in the air.
How long does Pass Without Trace last?
Pretty much forever. It's permanent.
Is it cumulative?
No, it's actually only 1 hour.
Yeah, that's out now.
Okay. Well, I will try to be stealthy to get across this path. How many saves do I need to make?
You just need to make one check.
And, like athletics or something?
Yep.
And advantage because Roberts
Actually, the wind is making it a little bit difficult, so you're gonna need acrobatics for this.
acrobatics. Okay. And advantage?
As long as Ashbark is helping you, yes.
Okay. Keep blowing me, Ashbark.
Alright, you're able to clamber over the footpath easily.
Sweet. I'm still stealthy though, right? I'm over it easy and stealthily.
You can roll your stealth check then. Oof. You are not stealthy, and the priests see you as you step off of the footway. Yeah. Yeah, they rolled an 18.
These are
But
knowable priests.
the priests they don't seem to really acknowledge you. They see you, but they'll have their hands up facing each other, and you can hear them now slowly chanting, "This air rules. This air rules." And they seem to be like embracing and breathing and trying to it looked like they might be involved in some kind of ritual.
And they're all in the blue robes.
Yeah.
Alright.
You know what to do, Bryn.
We're safe to cross, fellas.
I wouldn't say that, but I'll roll my check next, I guess.
I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm
Make
gonna
it across.
ready,
No problem, Tharhun.
I'm gonna ready a arrow in case they suddenly appear to turn hostile or something towards us.
Okay, next up will be Grage.
Okay, Grage basically runs across.
I'll do mine. Or you know what, I can just fly. Wait, can I only cast that once? Let me check. Per day. Okay, all acrobatics then. Hiya!
Alright. Quite easily.
Guess I'm the last one, eh?
You have advantage.
Alright. Acrobatics, eh?
Yep. It's your favorite.
You're
Quite
good
the
at that, right?
alphabet. Here we go.
All right, your
Was that a
long legs.
backflip?
You just
On my.
you take a third of as many steps as everyone else, and you're able to step over easily. Okay, so as you guys all step onto, into this cavern here, the priests, again, they don't seem to really have that much concern for you, and they just seem to be hugging the air and saying, "This air rules." You do notice that a
fancy
warm.
looking guy.
Are all the priests
He's
the
just
same?
slightly more fancy than the rest. He's got like blue feathers on his robe, not unlike some of the more higher ranks that you've seen throughout the temple. You guys do feel a warm wind swirling through the smooth cave, seemingly changing course at random.
Should we have
Well-
him stop?
What was that, Bryn?
Should we get them to stop, or we just... So we've got murder rituals, we've got wind rituals, are we just letting this one go? Or are we going to stop them from...
Well,
Looks like
they're
a
not-
juicy fireball target if you have to.
But they aren't showing any hostility, strangely enough.
I'm sure if they noticed us, they would become hostile, though.
They did notice. They just hostile.
They're beseeching their god to protect them against anything.
What if somebody, like, while they're enjoying the air so much, just ripped a rancid fart?
uh,
Well,
yeah,
I mean, we
someone
will
do that.
we let those zombie halflings mind their business. We can let these guys mind their business.
These are specifically the guys we've been fighting.
Yeah.
True.
I think
we
we should kill
changed
them.
something last time, for whatever reason.
Well, we also freed
Various
someone.
reasons.
You guys can see a green light emanating from down this corridor.
Light could be the source of all this trouble. Or not. We'll have to find out.
I think. Shouldn't we kill these guys?
Yeah, I'm
Shouldn't we just like critical?
them.
It won't be a long fight. We'll all get like crazy attacks of opportunity on them, right? Just like execute them.
It just volleys them.
I mean, these are the guys we're here to stop, so let's stop the ritual. It's obviously not something we want to have going on here.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, none of these guys are going to be surprised.
That's fine.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
like if you start taking out a bow and aiming, they're all just, we're just going to roll initiative and see where the cards
I
lie.
see.
Because they see you. They're not ignorant of where you are.
Oops.
They're just not expecting like people to be down here that are hostile to them, I guess.
Basically, they're involved.
Oh
in
yeah,
their own
fair
thing
enough.
mostly.
Fair enough.
And I think you guys are still wearing blue robes, aren't you? Like, didn't you have
We've
that over
infiltrated.
yourself?
That's
Oh. Okay, so we're kind of sneaking.
I'm most certainly their god.
Yeah.
Could you get them to like commit suicide? Like jump into the,
Oh,
the cavern or what is this?
Prove your faith.
Yeah.
Jump.
I turn to the cultist and say, I have been to the bottom of this chasm, and the air down there, it really rules. Like, I think you guys should appreciate it.
It's like a koala crapped a rainbow in your brain.
And
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Well, deception, yes.
Yeah, I'm also because my deception is bigger. Yeah.
Okay.
Follow me, and I lead them.
Oh, the god has spoken.
They do
We
move
should
closer.
follow him.
Are you guys gonna make room for them to?
Make
Yeah.
room! Make room!
Oh, let these more experienced acolytes go first. We'll follow you after.
Yeah, you guys are not worthy yet to dig here at the bottom.
Kelnozz grovels.
Been chosen!
They crowd
Maybe you will
around,
never be chosen.
and the one that seems to be higher in rank says, "Servant of Yancibine, what is the meaning of this command?
I
I
merely.
see no magic at the bottom of this chasm."
Have you been to the bottom of the chasm?
Well, no.
That's a good point.
Are you questioning me?
Take some inspiration.
Let's see here. He says, yes.
Ooh.
If you think I'm gonna jump into this chasm, then you must be a fool.
I'm a fool! You're a fool!
Good one.
Let's throw him in the cavern.
Yeah, I will whirlwind, or just, can I throw him in the cavern? Because you said there is some wind blowing into the cavern.
You do need to roll initiative
Oh,
before you take
shit.
such actions.
Well,
maybe,
we tried.
maybe it's too harsh. Why do we give up so easily?
Give
I
in to
want
the
my-
murder.
One last try. Don't you feel the power of the wind coming from the bottom of this chasm? The wind is so strong. Have you felt strength? Do not question me. I have seen the bottom. of
The
this
priest says, I'm beginning to question if you're a servant of Yancey Pin at all.
I am a true servant and will be until the end.
Or at least for the next hour or so.
Yeah, for next office.
He says, I will consult with Arisi. And he starts moving down the hallway.
Stop him.
Yeah, we gotta stop him.
You guys
Brian.
gonna roll initiative?
I got it.
Why are you
Oh,
roll
I can hypnotic
Punch the
pattern
ball
them.
arrows.
Oh. Alright. It's up to you guys. Ooh, Grage is right
Trade
there.
your forest.
Speedy little
Oh.
door. Oh, yeah.
Best I've ever rolled.
Rolling fire.
That's like 3 crits today, isn't it? Or maybe 2?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
3.
I crit Sherlock Holmes. I crit my handstand across the chasm. Crit initiative.
Alright, wow, it's 3 people at 21. Probably got the dexterity bonuses there, right? But, not 100% sure.
My
Bryn-
dex bonus is only 1.
Oh, what's yours, Kelnozz?
It is 3.
And Bryn's, I assume yours is 4?
5!
Oh my god, what
shit.
is your dexterity?
You know, a mad dex.
It's gotta be
20 dexterity.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. That's your primary stat.
Okay, well, Bryn, bake it away.
Taking it away. Guess what I'm doing?
Folly?
Yep.
Lucky
So
guy.
I'm gonna step back. Probably invoke an attack of opportunity. at a disadvantage.
All right.
Who
I
are you
can
right up?
hypnotic pattern these boys too.
This guy, I guess.
Yep.
I guess both of them have advantage or have the opportunity. So, as you take out your bow and start aiming at their leader, they're gonna slash out with their weapons and miss. Double miss.
Double miss.
Not even going to roll for disadvantage because you the miss. So go ahead and take your action.
I am going to launch a volley right about here. Hopefully hitting all these plebs.
Ooh, pleb shot.
Yeah, everybody's within 10 feet of that dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Would the attack of opportunity count as an action?
No. Oh,
No?
what does this
I think
say?
it's a reaction.
Yeah, let's say no. It's not an action. It's a reaction.
Alright. Well, launch a volley. Advantage. So, I guess we'll go from the. I don't know. What do you think? Front, back?
Go from left to right.
Left to right? Alright. First one. 23
That certainly hit.
for 18. 14 because they're humanoids, right? Second one. 28
Okay.
for
That's a hit.
12. Third one. 26 for 18.
Nice.
Fourth one. 26 for 18 as well.
Okay.
Fifth one. 21 for 13. Sixth one. 22 for 14.
My God.
Two left.
You're putting some Tharhun numbers up.
Seventh one. 25 for 15. And then the last one. 18. Is that still a hit?
Yep.
For 14.
Okay, I think there's one that's not bloodied. This one.
Wow.
The rest, the arrows all just like in close shotgun burst, and spread out to all these dudes, and blossom with your arrows.
Just murdered the shit out of them.
Okay. You can take a movement if you want. Or any kind of other bonus action.
I will move a little closer to this guy. So if he moves away, it's a potential attack of opportunity.
Okay. All right, Kelnozz, you're up.
All right, I'm going to. Eikooc, are you going to fireball?
Well, I guess it depends on what you're gonna do. But there's that guy north of us that needs to be.
Yeah,
Stopped.
maybe I'll probably attack him. I was going to hypnotic pattern all these dudes, but if you fireball, there's no point. So I'll charge at this dude up here.
Oh, that was a total of 122 damage.
122.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm going to bonus action my flame sword.
That's gonna be a new record.
Yeah, I feel like that's only because they were so clumped together, and I hit every single one.
Yeah, a
And
24 is a hit, but a 13 is not.
Okay, so 7 slashing plus. Where's my fire damage? 14 total 7 slashing, 7 fire.
Okay.
That's it.
Cries out in
Doesn't
pain
really
as you
compare.
slice him. Eikooc, you're up.
Pretty good roll too. Fireball.
Okay, I just need to know who is. Is this guy continent probably, or yes or no?
No, I wasn't gonna stick it on him as well.
Okay.
So
Well,
just-
none of these
just
guys
the-
have the hit points to bother rolling, so they're all just.
Massacre.
They're all just blown away. Okay, Grage is up.
Okay, Grage is gonna run at this lady and unleash attacks. Guess he can do this and still. Ooh. Critterino.
He doesn't have a hand axe, but obviously the crit still stays. So just make sure you roll his fists. His hand axe is being enchanted back in Seaton.
Okay. So the damage is 1d8 plus dex. So it'll be 2d8 plus just dex once though, right?
Yeah.
So dex is pretty juicy. Oh, do you do proficiency on the bonus? No, just the attack roll, right?
Right.
Blam.
Nice. All right.
15 damage.
The priest reels from his punch. He's got another 2 attacks if he wishes.
Okay, can I use... How does Stunning Strike work? I want to stun this guy so he can't do anything.
Key point.
Yeah.
Okay, key point. Where do I have that?
And
Here?
then
Perfect.
It's going to take a Constitution saving throw. And that's almost certainly passes, so... He resists the stun. So you still have your bonus action attack and another full attack.
Okay, I'll take the second full attack. Unarmed strike!
That's a hit. Okay, and this priest crumples to the ground.
Oh, well. Stunning is unnecessary.
Murder the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Okay, now you guys are a bit closer to this cavern. You can see there's a green light, and there seem to be people, figures, standing near stalactites off in the distance.
We can probably sneak up on them through the stalactites.
Oh yeah.
In for the kill. I mean, bring them to justice.
And Bob, sorry, was there anything kind of this way?
There is a cavern that curves towards the north.
Okay.
Who's this? Tharhun, make a perception check, Tharhun.
Okie dokie. Perception.
Okay, you can't really get very many details about the figures by the stalactites.
Are we ready to kind of sneak in back here and try to get the drop on them?
Yeah, I think so.
Everybody?
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Okay,
Alright,
roll
then I'm
stealth
gonna
rolls.
slowly sneak there.
Stealth it up.
Stealth it up good.
Okay, as you guys sneak up, the voice of a woman calls out, says, "Who's there?"
I don't think we answer. We should try to execute them.
We are the shadow now.
I don't even know who's talking. I'm trying to look across to see if I can see who's talking, but
It does seem to be one of these two women. And as you get closer, she says, "Be careful! They're invisible."
Oh, I stop. Does anyone have some sneaky invisibility defying?
Oh, like dispel?
senses?
No, I would need like a dispel or something, right?
Well, dispel, yeah, you would need something like that. Or see
I have
invisibility.
dispelled magic, but
I have true seeing, but it's not memorized.
I fly to the ceiling, so I'm not around visible.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ping there.
I'm getting out of the way. Safely.
So they can see us then, right?
Yeah.
They're telling us to be careful because someone else is invisible.
yeah.
What do you see? I mean, they see us. We might as well talk to them. What is it?
Who's there? You're like 35 feet away. The other dude's in front of you.
I'll approach. It is I, Kelnozz. What are you doing here?
Tread carefully. Our guards are demons.
Your
you
guards?
hear chuckling. Roll initiative.
Ah, for fuck's sake. We're gonna have to kill them with great disrespect.
Oh,
Ryan, that's the lowest you've ever rolled.
that's the lowest I've ever rolled. 8.
A 1 and a 3? Is that what you
Yeah. Yeah, that's bad. That's essentially the worst roll I've had for initiative in the whole campaign.
Okay. Why did I roll so poorly? Okay, so no one is really surprised, but nothing has revealed themselves to you yet. So,
But we see the women, right?
yeah. Now that you're closer, you can see that these are both two women. You're at an intersection of 4 tunnels. A mighty gale blows from the northern way, making a constant howl. 2 braziers burn with green flame, lighting the area. Numerous rock columns join the floor to the ceiling. Severed silk ropes, darkly sodden with blood, sit at the base of 3 gore-spattered columns. Tied to 2 other columns are 2 women, each with a symbol cut into their foreheads.
Ugh.
So Grage is up.
Okay. Grage doesn't see anything, but since these women seem to be helping us, he moves here and attempts to free this one.
Okay. So his action is to help try and free that one. How is he going to do that? Is he going to untie the knot, break the knot?
I guess he'll try to
cut the
untie
knot
it.
with his sword.
So he does with a sword, yeah. Maybe you should just cut it with the sword.
Okay. So he just cuts it. No problem. Tharhun's turn.
Okay, I am going to see if this spell, or ability I guess it is actually worth something for once. I'm gonna do Divine Sense,
Oh.
and if they're undead, fiend, or celestials within 60 feet of you that's not by total cover, I am aware of his location, I believe. Fiend awareness, detect such forces. I know the location of any fiend or undead within 60 feet of you is not by total cover.
Alright, you detect 2 fiends that are not behind total cover. You know the type, being his presence but not its identity.
It's working, Tharhun.
You know the location of any celestial fiend. Okay, one is right here. The other one is fluttering near Kelnozz.
Oh. Well, where's the first one though? I didn't see that.
Just
Maybe I shouldn't have fed him that jewelry.
did you see that one, Scott?
No.
Okay, it's just like to the north of the second woman.
Okay. I say, friends, the invisible fiend is just to the north of that second woman. Get over there. Actually, I'll move.
Are you
over
ignoring
there.
the one that's by Kelnozz that was right next to you?
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming that's what's his face.
It
Well,
is-
actually, I would know that. I would know that if it was Bims, right? Because I can see Bims.
well, no,
I
you
just said
know,
like them.
you do know it is, yeah. You know it's
Yeah.
Bims,
Yeah. So that was just Bims, and the other one is over here, right?
yeah. So
So
now,
I'll go over.
yeah, you know where that is, so you can't
I'm,
enter
like,
that
pointing-
space. Yeah.
Pointing right there, or pointing right at it, wherever it is, basically. Waving and pointing and being like, get him!
Sick him.
Stick him!
I mean, a fireball could reveal it.
Well, yeah.
Tends to heal them.
Okay,
Oh yeah, they come from fire.
Kelnozz, you're up.
I think what I'll try to do is I'll try to free. Wait, where the fuck? Did I delete my character somehow?
No?
He's right there. I see him.
That's Bims.
You might have to reload if you're not seeing your
Oh,
character.
Yeah, I'll just refresh. I'm gonna try to free the woman.
Okay. So you can do that without a roll if you use your sword or something, so...
Yeah.
Do
I'll
you want
very
to do...
carefully placed blade.
Do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
I'll use my bonus action to inspire Mr. Eikooc. He's coming up next.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Eikooc, you're up next.
Oh god, I don't know what to do. I don't know where this thing is other than the fact that
Tharhun was pointing.
Tharhun like kind of is pointing in a direction.
Yeah, Tharhun's,
Yeah.
he's essentially pointed it out, like in the area that it is, so you can make a spell attack on it A spell like a ranged spell attack you can do with disadvantage, like a normal foe you can't see. But any spell that says, target a creature you can see, you can't use.
Okay, I'll although this might not be very useful, I will make a ranged spell attack.
Okay, you do. It does hit something in the air here, and
But isn't it with a disadvantage?
oh yeah, it is a disadvantage. Yeah.
Right, you can roll an extra 1d10 if you want to hit.
Damn that disadvantage.
Wait, okay. You did hit. It did seem to hit something in midair. So go ahead and roll damage, please.
Ignore that. That was the wrong one. There you go.
Okay. And this does not reveal the thing, so it's kind of hard to tell how it affected it, but you definitely hit something.
Greater invisibility or something. Okay. That's me, I guess.
Okay. So next are the demon turns. Alright, so Ashbark, you turn as you feel an attack come your way here with advantage.
But wait. When this all started, I said I flew all the way up to the ceiling, out of range.
Yeah, the ceilings aren't that high though.
And do I wear a cloak? You said I could put on.
Yes. So 19.
19 definitely hits. What kind of damage?
Okay, you take 11 piercing damage as you feel a savage bite sink into your air elemental form here.
So it is divided with...
And what is revealed is a Balgura, giant reddish-orange gorilla demon.
Ooh.
Okay.
Guys!
It follows up with his fist attacks, which now are no longer a surprise, or not surprise, but advantage. It's 22.
But he has a disadvantage,
Why disadvantage?
because you said I can wear a cloak.
Oh, sorry, I don't remember your cloak rules, so you have to remind me about
Yeah, he just has a disadvantage. The first... No, actually, he hit me once. It's now in void. He hits me again. I
Does
just
he hit
have...
you with the cloak the first time?
yeah, the cloak, once per round, it lasts until somebody...
Okay, so the 19 would have hit you, and then it disabled. Okay. Okay, yeah, you gotta remind me, because I don't remember everything.
Yeah, I'll keep taking them.
Okay, so 22, his fist followed through. You take not 12 damage, you take 9 damage. But he does follow up with a last fist attack. Ooh! Okay. And you take 16 bludgeoning damage from that attack.
Ouch.
I have resistances to it all. Ah! Apes.
Okay, so there is another one, obviously. It is going to try and attack Tharhun, which doesn't seem like a great idea to me, but everyone else is... He's right there. I mean, what can I do? So, it's got a small scorch mark on its chest where Eikooc had hurt it, and it beats its chest in fury and starts attacking Tharhun with abandon. It is essentially doing a reckless attack here, so until the end of its next turn, until the start of its next turn, it has advantage attacks against it. So we're going to be going for a bite on Tharhun, getting a hit. Take 11 piercing damage. Actually, this is with advantage, so I'm just going to roll again just in case of critical. Nope, okay. And he's going to follow through with some fist attacks. Remember, these are all advantage. 10 is a miss. Last fist attack is a hit. So take 9 bludgeoning damage from his third attack there.
Okay.
Those are better rolls.
And, yeah, it's gonna stay where it is. Okay, Bryn, you're up.
Alright. I'm going to take a step this way and say, friends, find us! And fire an arrow at this Balgura that's fighting.
Demon Monkey Man.
He's taking an action, so I don't get advantage. My goodness. 14.
That's what happens when you don't go first.
Yeah, it's very different.
Okay, 14. No other things to add to that?
No.
Unfortunately, your
sadly,
arrow hits the stone wall next to it.
Oh. Next attack. 16.
A 16 you hit.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention that I Hunter's marked this guy too.
Okay.
And I will do some damage for 13 plus his Hunter's mark of 2. 15. I assume he doesn't count as a giant, being a giant demon.
No. He's a fiend.
Well, there we go.
Okay.
And that fiend takes 15 damage, and that is all.
Well, it's no 120.
No, I think I blew my load on that one. I hadn't rolled terribly for initiative. Although, had I gone first, I couldn't see anybody, so... Mixed bag.
Okay, Ashbark is up.
I will swish whirl, and I will slam this creature.
Okay,
25.
certainly hits.
9 damage. I will swash him again for 20 and 14. So 23. Bludgeon.
Okay. So 19 and then 9 and then 14.
Yep.
Do you have any rule, Radosh, that says these attacks are magical?
No, I was looking into that, and I think that's one of the disadvantages of my air elemental form. It just says bludgeoning damage, but
Yeah.
let me read. Maybe there's an
Okay,
rule.
you look into it. I'm gonna treat them as they have resistance for now, but if
Yep.
you find a rule, we'll change it. Okay, Grage is up.
Alright, Grage jumps into action. He runs over here and punches this monkey.
Oh my God! Sorry to interrupt. Yes, because I'm this druid of the moon, all my animal attacks count as magic.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. I'm giving it the full damage then. It's now looking bloodied. Go ahead with Grage's attack, and remember that they're at advantage against this Spellgura.
Alright, advantage attack, unarmed strike.
And he's got that bless stuff, so that's a hit.
Okay, and 13. And he does have key empowered strikes, so he does overcome
Yeah.
that stuff. And he'll attack again with another unarmed strike. 26, so that's a hit. 11. I guess I'll stop there.
He gets one more
He
attack.
does have one more attack, yeah.
Oh, because he's unarmed, right. So he can use the bonus action to attack one more time. Hooah! Hooah!
Ooh.
Nice. Okay, so this bugger is also now looking bloodied and angry. Tharhun's turn.
Alright, well, I'm going to end this guy with a mighty greatsword attack. 13. Wait, I can do my bless. 14 is probably not enough.
Yeah, that is unfortunately not enough. Your sword just goes wide.
Alright, I try again. 22.
That's a hit.
I do that. Does he take double radiant damage? Being a fiend?
Ooh.
The general rule?
It's not a general rule. Make a religious check. A religion check.
Oh, religion check.
You have a divine sense that these creatures are not especially damaged by radiant.
Oh, okay. Alright. 14 or 17 damage then. I do have magic attack, so.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so this creature is looking very, very hurt, but is still beating with infernal energy. You're up, Kelnozz?
Alright, because they're probably resistant to fire, I can't use my scimitar, so I'm going to viciously mock this monkey man. So wisdom save DC 17. If he fails, he has disadvantage on his next attack. Aha! 11 psychic damage.
11 psychic damage. He clutches his head and basically falls to the ground before his body starts deteriorating into smoke.
Whew,
Well.
that was a sick burn, Kelnozz.
I definitely uncovered some insecurities.
More like bad Gara. I'll leave. Alright. Anything else on your turn?
I will... Who's coming up? Yeah. Bryn. I'll
Keep in mind-
bardically inspire Radosh.
Keep in mind, Kevin, I used a lot of your bardic inspirations when we came down. So on your first page, I tried to knock them off your
Oh, okay.
list there.
Oh, you
so
know what? I probably don't have any left because I just did one on the last round. So that's it for me.
Sorry.
No worries. They come in handy.
Alright, Eikooc, you're up.
Okay, I will move over here where I see battle taking place behind me, and I will take an attack, like so.
Okay, 18 is a hit. And the
22
creature
fire.
does seem to be resistant to your fire damage, but it does also wince in pain. Anything else on your turn?
That's all I got.
Okay. So this one, enraged, is going to attack This guy again. You have so much life.
Yeah, so I computed all the damage was half. Because I'm resistant to, you dealt 36 damage to me, but actually you dealt 18. And I started with like 80. Be 6, 2, 3.
Why are you taking half damage?
Because I'm an elemental, and unless they have magical weapons, I'm resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Okay.
Also, lightning.
It doesn't say
thunder.
it doesn't say he has magic attacks, so we'll just assume he doesn't. Okay, so this is going to be a reckless attack on you, meaning he's giving himself advantage.
Ooh, it hits.
Yeah. Okay, so take 11 piercing damage as he bites you.
Is round up or round?
It's round down.
5.
Okay, second hits you as well, so take 9 bludgeoning damage. And a 15 does not hit you, so you're good.
No, I have AC 15,
Oh, you do? Okay.
but he does have a disadvantage. Oh no, he's
He
raging.
has advantage, yeah.
So
Okay, yep, so you take another 9 bludgeoning damage.
there we go. Yeah, I only have AC, but I'm still standing.
And now Bryn is up.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna bone him. Right in the face. With a 23.
23 is a hit.
For 9 plus 4. 13.
Alright, he's looking extremely bloodied at this point.
Holy shit! Hit him with the next bow
See
strike.
black smoke pouring out of his wounds. Alright, 22, you're definitely killing him in this round. So,
Got him.
as
10
your
more
arrow
damage.
hits him, he screams out and starts dissolving into black smoke.
Foul creatures. Did anyone see another one?
It didn't reveal itself yet.
The prisoners say, there was only 2 guards. Thank you. They introduce themselves as Nerys Gladham, a farmer, and another one is named Desenia Norval. She says she's a noble from Matasco. And we will stop there for the night.